Hello, everybody. My name is Brandon Miller, and I'm going to present on how safe and equitable is the district I'm currently working in USD 443. Again, my name is Brandon Miller. I've been married for about 11 years. I have two boys, 8-year-old and a 4-year-old, second grader and almost going to be a kindergartner. I moved to Southwest Kansas about 6 years ago from the state of Colorado, my wife and I, both in education. My wife has taught high school and first grade. I've taught special education. I've also taught general education, K through second grade. I've been an instructional coach for K-5 here in Dodge City, Kansas. And I've been a district, now currently I'm district academic intervention coordinator for pre-K through 12th grade. I love the position I'm in and the people I work with daily. It helps me improve my skills, and I get to learn with each and everybody every day. Passions: spending time with family, reading, and watching movies. What is a safe school environment? Some characteristics of a safe school environment is really that sense of safety, the physical and mental safety for students, teachers, and staff. Spaces for student collaboration, and really that relaxing space for students who need to focus, possibly calm down, de-escalate their situation, what's happening. Private time for conversation with support staff, with counselors, or any type of building administration or parents and families. Who benefits from this? Of course, students, staff, the families that their students come to that school, community members, and those within those surrounding neighborhoods. Comparisons to other school districts with safe environments. We're looking at 1-point entry for visitors, key cards for staff members. You have to have a key card. Your badge gets you into every building. There's cameras in many of the areas within the school, so we're able to look at that at a building level and at a district level. The playgrounds are getting updated yearly. Majority of the elementary playgrounds are getting brand new equipment, and they're becoming getting up to code with that area. The grounds are kept up. We have a great grounds crew that keeps up with the school. The grass is cut. The buildings are clean and presentable to the neighborhoods. They have storm-safe schools, tornado shelters in a majority of the buildings. When there was a renovation done to all the elementary schools, there was a tornado shelter put in each one of those areas. Some concerns when we look at the district and buildings. Some of the buildings have less strict access. When you go to multiple areas of the building, depending on the size of it, those entries, there's more entries, so you got to look and monitor that more often. Key cards, maintenance have key cards that open each building. Of course, they need to get into that as they're working on the grounds and whatnot, but that is an area that could be a concern because they're able to get in multiple different areas. The doors are unlocked in the morning when students are coming, so just making sure that there's people there to monitor that status. And then the parking lots can get pretty congested in the morning and in the afternoon for pickup. This is relevant for me as a district leader because it helped me prepare me for different experiences or possible situations I may run into as a district leader. Wanting to make sure that we're adapting to the needs in each building and throughout the district. It helps prepare me to help work with building administration and district level administration on making the possible improvements to a welcoming environment and to that physical and mental space. How architects plan and design educational equality. Really want to make sure they have stakeholder involvement in this area. When you go to look at designing schools and looking to make sure that everyone has equal access, looking at variety of seating options, this is a big deal when you're looking at students' access to the classroom, access to the buildings, making sure that they're able to move around and maneuver if needed throughout the classroom. Sufficient space. When I say sufficient space, meaning if there's potential for growth or potential for new students or increase in the community, making sure that we can expand if needed. In any kind of department, whether that be students' grade level content, we need to make more support for different specialized teachers as far as special education, possibly ELL, reading specialists, math specialists, etc. And then just making sure that the transitional learning spaces are appropriate for indoor and outdoor. Again, who benefits from it? Everyone within the school system and the community benefits from this piece. Number one, students, staff, and educators. The families that come to those schools where their students are learning, community members, the designers that are involved with designing the schools, and then the local economies as well. District comparisons, again, positives. Looking at things that we've done within our district, replacing a majority of the carpets within schools. They get cleaned yearly, if not twice a year, to make sure that the inside the schools and the carpets are good and clean and safe for the students. All schools have lunchroom and lunchroom access through the cafeteria and cooking. Updated alarm systems. I talked about cameras earlier. That's at the building level and district level, and it communicates within that whole entire operation. And I mentioned the storm-safe areas within the schools that were built. This is relevant to me again, the upkeep of all schools, but particularly older schools within our district. There's a lot of areas that, when we look at the older schools, the piping underground, whether it's functional and it's working correctly, that there's no clogs or things breaking. Sinks in the bathrooms. There's been areas in different schools where the sinks start to fall because of the just being old and used. Roofs, of course, making sure they're maintained with the different weather that comes through Southwest Kansas. We have quite a few schools, couple schools that are across the street from low-income apartments and a large mobile home park. So that's an area that we want to make sure that we're involved with and maintaining. And then, looking at newer built schools and different parts of the town or the community where students live. Correlation, when you really look at how do current district leaders effectively collaborate and communicate with families, community members, partners. This is an area that I always want to keep talking about and thinking about. I always want to find ways that I can reach all stakeholders to discuss plans, school safety, and transportation solutions. At USD 443, we do a really good job reaching out to all stakeholders and providing equal opportunities for everyone to be involved. But I'd really like to extend those pieces and just really get involved with understanding, communicating, and being very transparent with all stakeholders across the entire community. Admin council meetings. These are held about once a month or every 2 months. Being there, listening to all district level administration, talk about and communicate plans, budgets, school updates, etc. Things that I'd like to do different, again, be very transparent and present within the community. This is meaning whether you're superintendent, district administration, building administration, just be there representing and modeling for all of the internal and external stakeholders. We run safe dismissal in some of our elementary class or schools and buildings. It's a really nice plan, but making sure that it's efficient and runs effectively, even when people are in or out or not able to be there. What's our plan B or plan C when that doesn't happen? Control morning and afternoon traffic. And when really looking at the why to all these pieces that I would possibly look at doing differently would be safety for students and staff always. Number one concern is making sure that students have access to that. And increase communication with all stakeholders. Again, biggest piece, I want to hear everybody's viewpoints so they can inform me of what they're thinking, and I can make the best informed decision for our district. And these last few slides are my references. Thank you for listening, and if you have any comments, please write them in the comment box. Thank you.